Good afternoon, Michelle.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Michelle Pepito, 26 years old, separated. I have one kid.
Okay, Michelle, I have few questions for you to answer, so let's start.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you want to work as a maid?
I want to earn money for the future of my daughter, ma'am.
Why you choose Malaysia when there is a lot of other country?
Because this is a good place, ma'am.
Okay, how are you qualified for this job?
I'm qualified for this job, ma'am, because I have experienced a lot of household chores, ma'am.
All right, how are you qualified for this job, Michelle?
Ma'am, I am qualified for this job because I have already experience to taking care of elderly ma'am. She is already 80 years old. Then I taking care of two children, ma'am. Their age is 6 years old and 7 years old. Then, ma'am, I have experience for taking care of bedridden ma'am for almost 1 month, 1 month, ma'am, before I pick up my employer.
Oh, okay, so you mean you are telling me your experience in Taiwan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so by the way, what was your educational level is?
Ma'am, I am a college graduate.
Okay. You said that you have experience in taking care of elderly, bedridden, and
Yes, ma'am.
assisting also the elderly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who was that, the elderly again?
That is the mother of my employer, ma'am, in Taiwan.
Okay, your employer mother in Taiwan. Do you have any other special skills? Okay, do you have any other special skills?
I am a computer literate, ma'am. Then I can do tutor.
Okay, computer literate and can do tutor.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to learn new skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you willing to work with a family where the mother-in-law or any relative stay together?
Yes, ma'am.
Currently, are you still working now, Michelle?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, so currently you are unemployed.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of food can you cook?
Filipino food, ma'am, and Chinese food. That the simple food in Taiwan.
Okay. Are you aware that you will have to do washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from all the house chores that I have mentioned to you, like washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking, which do you like most?
Cleaning, ma'am.
Okay, if ever you will be selected to work here in Malaysia, who will take care of your child?
My parents, ma'am.
You are not allowed to use handphone during working hours.
Yes, ma'am.
You are only allowed to use handphone after you finish all the works and when going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are strictly needed to surrender the handphone to your employer in the morning and your employer will return back to you once you're going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever your employer finds out that you're abusing of using your handphone and it's affected your working performance, your employer will confiscate your handphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you agreed to the rules and regulation for the handphone?
Yes, ma'am.
How many years is the contract as you agreed and understands?
2 years, ma'am.
Can you describe for us your attitude, Michelle?
Ma'am, I am a hardworking ma'am. And I am a patient ma'am.
Okay. How can you assure to us that you will work hard here in Malaysia?
Uh, Ma'am, I'll do my best, ma'am, to finish my contract, ma'am.
Okay. Can you promise not to use the house telephone without the permission of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to put on makeup but to dress properly while work?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to ask for advance salary from your employer under any circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you really understand of the rules and regulation of the agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee for you to come to Malaysia to work as a maid?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any history of sickness, breast cancer, or any other illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you suffer from any skin diseases, allergies, or physical defect?
No, ma'am.
Have you suffered from any serious illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you undergone any operation before?
No, ma'am.
Are you medically fit or are you fit to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in any medication right now?
No, ma'am.
Are you allergic with any food?
No, ma'am.
Are you prepared to work for the employer of different races?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to eat the type of food taken or given by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of dogs or other pets?
No, ma'am.
Can you promise to work according to instruction from your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in Malaysia?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Michelle, we have finished our question section. Let's proceed for case study. I have a
Yes,
case
ma'am.
study for you, Michelle, and I want you to respond truthfully.
Yes, ma'am.
Upon arrival in Malaysia, within 6 months only, if in case one of your family members passed away, Michelle, what will you do?
Um, I will finish my contract, ma'am. Then, for my help, ma'am, I send money for them.
Okay, so Michelle, if in case right now your employer is watching you, what do you want to tell them? Why the employer need to hire you?
Ma'am, sir, I hope you select me because I really need this job for my daughter and my family. Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, tell us about yourself again.
Um, I'm Michelle Pepito, 26 years old, separated. I have one kid.
And why do you want to work in Malaysia as domestic helper?
I want to earn money to the future of my kid and I want to help my parents.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. We will update to your agency if there is any selection made by the employer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.